So, good evening, everybody. I'm up on the blackboard here, and I just wanted to call your attention to a folder I have on the very bottom, and it's an underlying principle that finance is based on, and it's called the law of one price. For some of you who haven't seen that because you haven't taken 502, I have two articles in here, and I'm having trouble uploading larger articles. I probably have to do it on a wired connection. But if I click on this, you will see a law of one price article here, and they're all small enough to upload. I don't know why I'm having problems. This computer's giving me trouble lately. And law of one price by Thaler, and I believe they're both good articles. And the reason I call your attention is, again, it's underlying, and there are many pages in the book that bring up the law of one price. And the first mention of it is really on page 62 in your textbook in chapter 3. And if you go to the very top paragraph, it basically says, the law of one price is the unifying theme of valuation that we use throughout the text. All right, and then if you go to page 72, you will see, and 73, and even 74, you will see a whole section here on arbitrage and the law of one price. And the law of one price, the whole theme is to prevent arbitrage. There are, however, violations, and I'm trying to put those articles up to show you the violations, but they're not going up. So basically they give examples here of arbitrage, and on page 73, they simply say in a normal market, basically with no arbitrage opportunities, the price of gold at any point in time will be the same in London and New York. This important property is the law of one price, and I got that in bold letters. So it says if equivalent investment opportunities trade simultaneously in different competitive markets, then they must trade for the same price in all markets. Otherwise, you'll have basically an arbitrage opportunity. All right, so and on the bottom they have a section called Valuing a Security and the Law of One Price. And on page 80, there's a whole section here on the in brown on arbitrage in markets, and it's interesting because it shows you how with high frequency trading, how the proportion of arbitrage opportunities lasted longer than a certain duration. So it's interesting because over time it shows that high-speed markets have reduced arbitrage opportunities. But it's interesting enough, it hasn't reduced the profits. So, you may want to read that. That's a really good section. Again, that's in chapter 3. And on page 88 and 89, they talk again about the no arbitrage price of a risky security. And so they go through that here. And it kind of says, let's see how we can determine the market price of a security, A, using the law of one price. So that, the underlying theme throughout this whole book is preventing arbitrage and using the law of one price. Okay, and then on page 92, they talk about arbitrage again, but this time with they add transaction costs. All of this is taking place in chapter 3, which is a real important chapter. And finally, not finally, a couple more here. The bond cash flows, and they talk about the law of one price with regards to bonds. So here's another interesting thing that you can look at here. So I will then move on to, and there's one other area I believe I wanted to show you, and that area is basically 6.3 here, and on page 185, and it says replicating a coupon bond, because it is possible to replicate, and replication is an important thing with derivatives, the cash flows of a coupon bond using zero coupon bonds. We can use the law of one price to compute the price of a coupon bond from the prices of zero coupon bonds. And they give a nice example there. All right, so I just wanted to discuss for about 5 minutes, 6 minutes or so, the law of one price. And I will put further articles up. There's a lot of great articles about violations. All right, so tomorrow the Pearson rep is coming to give you an idea of how you can maybe save some money on the book and the website. All right, everybody, have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow.